is a theory? I'm Hollitown owner Holly Willoughby, and today we're going to talk about just that. Over the years, I've found that vocabulary terms are extremely important because vocabulary is supposed to directly relate to something in the environment. It's supposed to give us words to explain things so that other people can kind of get into our heads in terms of what it is that we're thinking. So when I began to ask myself, what is a theory? Because I had to teach students about this term, this is the definition that I came up with. A theory is an idea that can be used to explain or predict. Please write that down. It is so important for you to not only write this down, but for you to put it into your memory bank and store it for the rest of your lives. And no, I'm not kidding, really. Store it for the rest of your lives. Because once you understand what a theory is, you're going to be able to understand its value. You're also going to be able to understand a particular theory's weak points and what it's usable for and what you probably shouldn't try to use it for because it's not covering that specific content. What you'll find in our scientific theories is that a lot of them focus on very specific things. And so they might be good for one thing or another, but they might not provide even the whole picture for that one particular area of phenomenon. Say, for instance, learning and development. My theory, the Hollitown learning theory, covers so much, but it's so advanced that I had to actually figure out how to break it down into simpler steps so that I could introduce it to people and those people would be able to use it more rapidly in its simplified form. That's how I developed the Hollitown Integrated Theory Model. I wanted a simplified form of the Hollitown learning theory. And that's what you're going to get if you study the Hollitown Integrated Theory Model. The Hollitown Integrated Theory Model uses established theory in a very specialized way. Be thinking to yourself, why is this chair in the video? I'm going to ask you, can you see this chair? How much of the chair can you see? Probably not much, right? It's got a seat and legs that are out of view, but you can see the upper portion of the chair. So if I ask you, can you see this chair? You're probably going to say yes. But how much of the chair are you seeing? In the classroom setting, I like to pull my chair from behind my desk and put it in front of the whiteboard and then ask the students if they can see it. Students are sitting all across the classroom in different areas of the classroom. Some are in the far back and they can kind of look up and see a portion of the chair. Some are right in the front and they think that they can see pretty much all of the chair. But even the students that are in the front that can see the chair from top to bottom are missing the sides and the back of the chair. If you flip the chair over, they're missing the bottom part of the chair, right? So they're not really seeing as much of this chair as they think they are. And that is important to note because if you understand what theory is, theory allows for you to see a portion of something, but it doesn't always allow for you to see a big portion of something. The Hollitown Integrated Theory Model allows for you to see a lot more of that something in terms of learning and development. And by piecing together certain established theory, what I've done is allowed for students to be able to combine those theories in a way that more accurately represents real-world phenomenon in terms of learning and development, to understand quite rapidly how individuals learn and develop in their own environment. So again, what is a theory? Write this down, put it in your head, and remember, a theory is an idea that can be used to explain or predict. Your goal when you're taking my courses is to learn first how to use a theory to explain something in the real world. And then, once you can do this with good effect, you're going to want to start to use it to try to predict outcomes. And once you can do that, the whole world takes on a different meaning. Just learning how to explain using theory opens up a whole lot. But once you can use it to predict, my goodness, the sky is the limit. Welcome to the Hollitown training programs. You're in for a ride. Make sure to do the work, because you're not going to be able to do this without putting in the work. Make sure to be okay with making mistakes. Just fix them if you make them. And let's get started on this amazing adventure through learning and development, the Hollitown way. If at any point in time you have difficulty processing any of the material you're learning, feel free to contact me at holly@hollitown.com. That's HOLLI@HOLLITOWN.com. See you in the next video.